What's going on, nerds? I'm the ManNerd. You also know me as Andrew. I'm your DM of your second favorite real play D&D podcast, Rift. And today I'm joined by...
I am Robbie, aka Robble Dobble.
All right, we have something to talk to you guys about. Something very important. San Francisco Fan Expo. We were just there over the holiday weekend. We went there on Black Friday, spent 3 days. It was pretty awesome. Robbie, what did you like most about it?
Oh man, the Q&As were great. So were just meeting some incredible voice actors. I gotta go for that. The voiceover actors were absolutely incredible.
I think that was my favorite part too. I had no idea how much I liked them until I saw them. We got Dante Basco, we got Will Friedle.
Yeah. Christopher Sabat, Charles Martinet, just absolute beasts in their field. Oh, Billy West was there.
Oh, Billy West. Such a character. Literally.
Yes.
All right, so now let's get down to the nitty-gritty, the shameless plug part. Now, we went onto the showroom floor. We saw a bunch of shops. We spent too much money, way too much money, but it was worth it. It was way worth it. We're going to start with our favorites. My first one is going to be WoW Closet Co. They had some amazing shirts, and most of them were Dia de los Muertos themed. And you got a pretty sweet ass shirt there. Why don't you tell them about it?
Oh, yeah. So they have this, it's kind of like a puffy ink that goes on the shirts. It's so it makes it very textured. So I got a hilarious Deadpool shirt, as one does, guts to go for the for the comedy factor, as well as a Lil Slasher's glow-in-the-dark shirt as well. Basically just some cute versions of some slasher horror films.
Oh yeah, Freddy, Jason, Mike Myers, the whole gang, man.
Oh yeah.
I got that shirt too. I think the best part about your shirt is it's Deadpool dressed up like Dia de los Muertos, and it says, "Donde está la biblioteca?" That's incredible.
Yeah, the Day of the Dead theme really provides a unique angle for the shirts, for sure. It gives you, because all the different anime and character styles were all a bit Day of the Dead oriented.
Oh, hell yeah. You guys have to go down to wowclosetco.com and get some cool shirts. And they got other stuff too. They're awesome. Go check them out. Go get some stuff. You're going to be tempted and you're going to do it because, yeah, we did the same thing.
The next one was my favorite of all the show floor vendors, and it was Misty Mountain Gaming Co. They have a large selection of dice, ranging from resin dice to hollow dice, metal dice, gemstone dice. So all the dice that your heart would ever desire.
Oh yeah, and on their website they have bone dice, man.
Oh yes, yeah. And they make cups out of horn. And they also have these wonderful bags, just genuine leather bags with a lifetime guarantee. So we actually both picked up a bag from them.
Yep, I had just a general canvas bag. He was walking around the con looking like Nathan Drake. Pretty sweet.
Nice little sling bag. But yeah, it was a very good experience. All the people there were so nice and helpful, and giving shout outs to people that they sold to, including celebrities. Yeah, it was just a very cool experience overall. Apparently the bags are not available on their website quite yet, but they are hoping to launch it very soon, so everyone keep an eye out for Misty Mountain Gaming Co.
Yeah, and the best part about their bags, most of them are full-blown leather, so well done, such great quality, you'll love them. Now moving on, last one, very quick, 1985games.com. You want to check them out? They've got a lot of cool stuff. It's 80s themed, so a lot of their dice come in a VHS case. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, they have some really cool retro stuff. They also have some sharp edge resin dice that were very nice. Yeah, just everything there was a very cool retro design.
All right, well, that's it for our shameless plug because that con was so awesome. We definitely want to check it out next year, and then we will be talking about San Diego Comic-Con when we go next year as well. Oh, yeah.
If you guys are on the lookout for a smaller con that is very beginner friendly as well as caters to a lot of different people. Is very accessible. Fan Expo, San Francisco.
Fan Expo SF. All right, now let's get back to the adventure. Rift is an adult podcast. It has violence and bad language and bad jokes and just all around weird stuff. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. I welcome you, all you nerds out there, to another episode of Rift, a real play D&D podcast and super cool adventure. We're following 3 adventurers and they're running into some weird stuff and you have no idea what's going on. You won't for a while, but that's the fun of it. Have you checked out FighterGuyStudios.com and played Brains and Brawn? A super simple TTRPG? Well, if you haven't, you should. And if you haven't, again, check it out. Play the game. Super easy to learn. You can learn it in 5 minutes. Yeah, I know, crazy, right? Last time you were with us, guess what? They fought a bunch of creepies. They won. I almost chopped off some person's hand. He didn't know who it was. He just chased after him and boom. Who knows what's going on there? But what are they going to do now? They have to go back to town, find out what's really happening. And I know you don't know what's really happening, but you'll find out right now. Okay, Kai, you're standing there with your sword in one hand, crystal in the other. The hand with the crystal is held in the wrapped up hand, and the fingers, the 4 fingers, are exposed, and they are black.
Yeah, like onyx and obsidian black.
So the others see that. Now you are when you hold this crystal, you feel power from it. You feel that it's something that you felt before, twice before actually, but not to the extent you felt it the first time. Before you left home, you felt it. Here at the fountain, you felt it when you dipped your fingers in it. On this crystal, you feel it, but it feels different than before, different than the 2 times. You can feel the power in there, but you can also feel something else. And this power just feels different.
Does it feel like this is connecting to the source, or does it feel like this is like a reservoir?
It feels like what this crystal is. You can't feel it connected to a source. You can feel that it holds power.
Okay, so it's more, it functions more like a reservoir. That makes sense. I love how the water terminology started just as a metaphorical thing and has become more and more literal.
Yes.
And you said it's got black marks on the inside?
Yeah, it's kind of like if you look through it, it is pure see-through like a crystal, but then it looks like it's got these black lines through it, kind of like veins or cracks.
I mean, I'll definitely give it a look over, and as a part of that, I'll notice that my fingertips have become unbandaged, and I'll tuck the crystal into the bag of holding and start rewrapping the fingers. Not in any hurry, like I'm trying to hide it, but just very much this has to be done.
Okay, roll me a d20.
Yeah. Oh, my mother of God. So that's a natural 1.
Okay, so you do not get a new tattoo.
Oh, all right.
That's how I'm going to work it. Every time you reach into the bag, if you get 10 or lower, you don't get a tattoo. 11 or higher, you get a tattoo. Different parts of your body.
I'll just have it start, I'll just have a tattoo on me start growing.
We're gonna be fucking covered by the end of this campaign.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, so Kai, you're wrapping up your fingers and you're putting the crystal away. Prince Kiind and Archie, what do you do?
I am leaning against the wall, trying to still catch my breath as I'm watching.
Here, take this. And I reach into my pack and I give him my mushroom.
And I will do the same.
Thank you. I'll take the mushroom. So that is, I roll what?
2d4.
1d4 for each.
I got a 5. So that's 5 points of healing.
That's 5 HP.
So I'm at an 8 now.
Okay. So you guys are in this open part of the cavern, close to where you just fought all those creatures. And that glowing that was in that fountain seems to have disappeared. And that shadowy figure disappeared into a crack in the middle of nowhere, just in open air, that exploded with light and then disappeared.
Kaibon will occasionally glance up to where the crack appeared, because did they see where the crack was, or was that just Kai?
Just Kai. Yeah, they came around afterwards.
Did I see anything through it?
Just blinding light.
What's wrong, Gaimon? You look like you got something on your hand there.
All right, I guess you don't want to be sassy then. Okay. I've rolled my d20 to see how I wanted to respond, and I'm not going to be sassy.
You're one of those people, aren't you?
Well, it was just in this particular moment that I was like, I feel like I need to ask. I don't usually do that, but this was one of those times where I'm like, I gotta ask. Kaibon just sort of once they're finished wrapping, they flex their hand to make sure everything's tightened, and they just nod. They're gonna sort of heft the greatsword onto their shoulder, sort of testing the weight a little bit, and then they're gonna head back into that sort of central grotto with the fountain, and they're gonna pick up their old gear. They're going to wash the sword off in the fountain.
Okay, Archie and Prince Kiind, do you follow him back into the chamber?
Yes. And I'd like to come over to these barrels, and I'd like to, I guess, really just check them out.
Okay, so you walk over to the barrels. You want to kind of push on them or open them up?
Yeah, I want to open them up and just really see if it was only this part was just corrupted, or if it's just everything in this cavern after that entity left. I'm pretty sure that these barrels were the things that I believe the name was Daryl. Daryl was filling up with the liquid to put into the pudding and the pastries,
fruit, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which we gotta have a conversation with that probably evil gentleman.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because if that entity was what corrupted, was Daryl part of it, or was it that entity corrupted it and Daryl didn't know that this stuff was, you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to open this up to see if it's corrupted.
I think we need some answers from Daryl.
Okay, so this one is very easy, no roll needed. You go up to the barrel, you open up you take the cork from the top, you look inside, doesn't seem like there's anything in it. Both of them, wow. You push them, they are empty.
Wow. Hey, these barrels are pretty empty, and you said this is where Daryl got the ingredients from?
Oh yeah, yes. This is where I literally just saw him outside at the waterfall. I didn't realize it was far in. I mean, this shit would have been hard to get if we're not working with them. So I think we should go back and have a little chat with our friend Daryl. I think he's poisoning the town.
Yeah,
whether it's of his own volition or not, I mean, the man needs to be stopped.
Yeah, I agree with you. What do you think, Guy?
I'd like to specify while Archie is doing this, he is scouring the edges of the room and the rubble and everything for goodies.
Kaibon's just sort of been building a new sheath to hold this great sword. I say sheath, but it's literally just straps.
Okay, roll me a survival.
Survival? Ooh, okay.
For Kai. And then
okay.
Archie, you roll me an investigation.
I was gonna say that'd be an interesting one.
Yeah. Total 12.
God, that went everywhere. Investigation, you said?
Yes.
Not too bad. 18.
All right. So with that investigation, we'll start with you, Archie. You look around, you're looking through the rubble. There's really nothing else other than the barrels and the creatures that you killed. And you do notice that the spider that was killed by Prince Kiind right at the end, it is in a different position than it was before, because you blessed it.
Right.
And it's definitely facing a different direction. One of the legs is facing a different direction. And then Kai. With that, easy. If you were to get above 10, you go over to the rat and you're able to get those leather straps that was holding that sword and make a sheath.
Nice. In response to Kiind's question of fuck, I don't remember what the question was.
Yeah, I was just talking about. I wanted to see if this and this were like the same type of. If it was still affected by because that creature came out of this, but these barrels were empty by themselves. So I thought it would have been stuff material in it. Trying to see if they were like the same.
Kaiban just sort of stands up, does stretches, makes sure that their new blade has like a good placement on their back, and walks over to Kiind and holds out their old shield.
Oh, wow. Really? For me? Thank you so much.
Once Kiind has taken it, Kaiban gives clasps his shoulder, pats him once before turning and making towards the opening to this cavern.
Wow. I admire the shield and I equip it. It's like, oh, this thing is heavy. So I add it to my inventory, right?
Yep.
What kind?
That was just a standard shield, right?
It's just a regular shield. It's like made out of wound bark.
Plus 2
leather.
to armor class. Is that what it is?
Yeah. It's plus 2 to your AC.
Nice.
Yeah, specifically whenever you're wielding it. So if you're not wielding the shield, your AC is as it is normally, and that includes if it's on your back. So you actually have to be physically, wearing your shield to get the plus 2 to AC.
Like on my arm, I have to be wearing it.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you don't specify, I bring out my shield. Typically, it's going to be assumed that you are, having it on your back or, not actively using it.
Okay. So, I have it equipped right now, but I'll unequip it. I'll just have it on my back so we're not in combat.
Sounds good.
Yeah. If we're in a point where we're wary of something coming up here, or we feel like we need to be prepared, then like Kai was doing, you can always say, okay, well, I bring out my shield just in case.
Okay. Cool. Oh, and that brings me up to 17. Nice. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I have the highest AC in the party.
Kai, when you're leaving this cavern, you notice that sweet scent that you caught on the way in is no longer there.
That makes sense. It's frustrating.
And just to clarify the order of things that happened earlier, Kai, you thought you heard something splash into the water, but you weren't sure. And then you went to investigate, and then that figure came out of the water.
Makes sense. Essentially, they dove in, picked up whatever was at the bottom, and then swam up and back out and tried to escape with it. And if they're our ally, they would not have run.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean,
they were like, I'm on your side. It's like, are you? Then why are you fucking
You said they were on our side? Wait, what are you talking about?
Yeah, what?
And they were fleeing.
Oh, wait, did you say that out loud? Or was that...
No. That was me as Luke.
Okay.
That was not Kai.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
There's two very different voices here.
Okay, yeah, okay.
But you were rolling with it. I liked it.
Hey, look. I mean, I was gonna be like, all right, I guess this is happening now. It's not in Kai's character to mutter it, but I think it would. Kai will turn to you both and will say, they said they were on our side.
The thing that attacked us was on our side? That doesn't seem likely.
So I said, then why are you running? And tried to sever the utmost of it.
Looks like you did part of the job at least. I mean, damn.
Crystal breaches in, rolling a d20. That's a 7. Pulls out the crystal. This is what they used to flee.
Maker's Light. Can I make an Arcana check?
Absolutely.
Can I also make an Arcana check?
Yes.
I weirdly have proficiency in that.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Can I make a history check to see if I've ever seen anything like this before in my travels?
Natural 20!
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Yeah, I got a 3.
Holy Moses.
Okay, what's your history check there, Archie?
History check is not super great. Even with my bonus, it's 14.
Okay. So you have seen crystals like that in the past. Typically it's to hold some sort of power or a spell or something like that.
Okay.
And then Prince Kiind, you really don't get much from that. But
Yeah.
Kai, as you're holding that, you feel that power that you felt before kind of intensify, but then it changes. You feel the dark power, a power you felt before, but you also feel a lighter power, and it courses into you. And that's how you level up.
Oh, I'll take it. You said there's that is you. So you're saying specifically the lighter power. When you say lighter, do you mean like literally, like in terms of like, if I were to visualize it and say one power is like
dark and light?
Color.
Yes, correct.
Okay,
good and evil.
So the lighter is a sort of a good presence in that.
So it's not dark; it's slightly less dark.
That's what I was
he feels
thinking.
Two different powers in there. You feel
like,
the dark power build up, but you feel a light power come in as well, and then you are filled up with these two powers at once.
Oh, okay.
Filled with the spirit. Sorry.
Interesting.
It's a gray power.
Kind of sort of gray in there.
A little bit
middling.
of wattage coming through it, but not much.
It's like a twilight. Twilight crystal.
Twilight crystal.
Okay.
Archie, you are over by the spider that you notice is in a different position, and Trunk starts to kind of screech and make noises like it's in distress.
Wow, what's wrong? What's wrong, Trunk? Yeah, you can tell me, boy.
See the stones start to crack and then start to melt from the cracks, and then it morphs into a leather backpack.
Oh, is this backpack big person sized or Nobi sized?
This backpack is basically the size of you.
I'll take it. It's a hiking bag.
So good.
I sling my other backpack onto my just one arm, and I say, "Come on, boy, you're coming with me." And I put them on my other arm, so I'm just carrying these two massive packs on my bag. I just walk over to the other guys. I may not have thought this through.
I just like holds out one hand.
You feel a tongue come out of the backpack from the top part and just lick your head.
Oh, that tickles. All right, you're going with you're going with Kai for a while, I think. But I'll come back for you.
And Kyle pick up Trunk and carefully put them on their back.
Okay, so you have a mimic backpack on your back.
It's awesome.
And is the bag holding like a messenger bag type thing, or is it?
It's a haversack, yes.
That's haversack. Okay.
Yep.
Sweet.
All right,
hanging off my
what do you guys
side.
want to do? So I'm going to let you decide on your way back if you retrace or go to different spots or just get out of the cave system. That's up to you what you want to do on the way out.
I mean, we gotta go back. Like,
Yeah,
we
we gotta,
fast, too.
Like to town? Yeah. Like now.
Yeah, before he flees.
Yeah, I think we've got him. I don't think there's much more we can get from this place. I think we've taken about as much as we can. Plus, we saved Trunk. That's about the best that I could ever ask for.
Yes,
Kaibon
indeed.
nods and like kind of tries to look over their shoulder at the backpack, but it's a little weird and awkward.
Okay, so you guys retrace your steps, and then on your way back, pretty close to where you found Trunk in the first place, once you get to that spot, Trunk starts to kind of move the pack, kind of like he wants to go over to that area.
I will follow the directions that are given.
All right, so we'll fast forward that. You guys go back into that little nook where you first found Trunk, that where you moved the stones to get in, and the mimic that is dead is still lying there, and Trunk goes over and kind of nudges on it just to see if the mimic is still dead, and then whimpers when he realizes it is.
Oh.
Gonna very gently pet them.
I watch, the emotions that's happening right now, and I try to cast Spare the Dying.
Okay.
the other mimic.
So your lantern lights up, and this light from inside of you goes into the lantern and goes into this mimic that is lying there dead. And this mimic lights up. For a moment, you think maybe it'll come back, but it does not. And this light comes back into your lantern. But you know that you were able to save this creature's soul.
I'm sorry, Trunk. Maybe in the future we'd be able to save it, but for now, I don't think I'm strong enough.
So Trunk just nudges, jumps off of Kai's back, nudges some stones to try to put on top of the body.
I'll help to, yeah.
Yeah, make a proper burial.
I will also help. Yeah, I think between all of us, we can pile all the stones from outside onto the top of the body to make a proper burial mound.
Definitely.
Okay, once that's done, Trunk jumps up to the top of the mound and then puts its head down, which is the top of the backpack, onto one of the stones. And then when it raises up, it has a purple half moon shape on the backpack. You notice that was on the other mimic before.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
Then it goes back over to Kai.
Before we finish up, I'll give the same offering that I gave all the spiders and the rat, just for the soul to be at peace.
Okay. Well, now that we're past that dreary scene, we move on.
What were you gonna say, Kai?
Just that Kai was going to be, gently pet the pet Trunk, sort of try and soothe them a little.
Trunk doesn't react, but you can tell that you did the right thing.
Yeah.
Okay, you make your way back through the cave system, and you're getting close to the entrance, and you're going past where you found your ring, Archie.
Ooh.
You can continue, do what you want. You are close to the entrance.
Yeah. So where I found the ring, I'm going to take a moment. I say, you guys can keep going. I need to take a quick second.
Take your time.
Kyle just sort of walk to a wall and just wait there.
Yeah, I'm waiting with Kai as well.
So Archie walks over to the webbed wall that he knows the giant spider's behind, and he will supplicate himself on the ground with his head on the ground, and you two can spot his body kind of trembling, and he will just wait there for a moment, see if there's any reaction.
Okay, just like before, the web starts to split open, and these arms come through, these legs, 1, 2, all the way up to 8, and this giant spider comes out, and unlike before, it actually comes all the way out, standing over you, eyes glowing red, extends its mouth down to you, and bites you on the neck. As it bites you on the neck, you feel a power surge through you, and the words, "Save them." And then it retreats back into its web, and that did not physically hurt you, but you feel stronger. And that's how you get to level 2.
I'll just raise my head up from the ground, and there's just tear tracks. I've just been silently bawling, and I will call after the spider that just left. I know I couldn't save them, but I will never stop trying. He'll get up, dust off his knees. He'll move through the next passageway without even looking at the two of you.
Ivan will, just sort of like look to Archie, seeing if there's any, expression of, help that they feel that they need, but with none of it forthcoming, they'll just sort of quietly walk alongside them.
Sorry, I directly one of your spiders by accident.
Hey, did now Prince Kiind and Kai, did you look away, or were you looking to see what was going on?
No, I out of respect, I completely let him have his privacy.
I feel like Kai, wasn't specifically looking and wasn't specifically looking away. There wasn't like this.
Okay, so I'll let Archie decide how much you noticed from that encounter.
I'll say they definitely noticed the spider coming out. And they noticed an interaction between the two of us, but they didn't notice that the spider actually bit me. They just noticed that it kind of dipped its head, got close to me. So I definitely saw that there was a exchange between the two of us, just not exactly what it was.
Okay. Anything else you want to do before you leave the cave?
Not me.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay, cool. So you guys leave the cave and you're heading back. Now, at this point, it is pretty late into the night. You know it's going to be a while before the sun comes up. If you leave now, you can get to town probably right before the sun comes up or right as it comes up, or you can rest.
I mean, if we want to go in with like spell slots and rages and stuff, then we might want to.
You guys just went through an ordeal, so
Yeah.
that's up to you. If you want to try to pressure through it or not.
Well, resting would be clever for us to be at our fullest strength, but at the same time, we need to make sure that he's not gonna flee town if he
That's
is
my
the prime
thought.
suspect. You know.
I mean, I usually get a burst of energy as soon as night falls, so I feel rather good. But I understand if you would like to rest, especially you, Kiind. Looks like you got rather battered that last fight. We're glad you're doing okay.
Yes. Well, thanks to you and your mush.
Oh yes, the magic of mushrooms is quite amazing. You know, it's lent me quite the boon over the years. I suggest you try them when you find them.
Kaimon gives Archie a very pointed look, like very much really? You're gonna just to the baby. You're gonna suggest that the baby eat magic mushrooms.
Prince Kiind, why don't you roll me a history check?
Archie definitely gives you a big wink and a half smile to Kai.
History or nature, I'll let you decide.
For history, I got a 15. I got a 15.
Okay, so you pick up, they're definitely talking about drugs.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely made me feel a bit looser, I should say. I don't feel as tattered. I feel a little light. Not lightheaded, but I definitely feel more lighter on my feet.
Yeah, these are great.
it's-
These are all over the Underdark. I mean, these are fantastic. I mean,
yeah.
there are many varieties underground. That's where a lot of mushrooms like to grow. So I've spent quite a while cultivating different ones and trying them out and seeing what the effects are. And sometimes it's landed me in cold sweats and shitting my brains out for a night. But sometimes, got yourself a party.
Kaimon just is like looking at Archie like, I see. I understand now.
I picked the best mentor.
That's called survival of the fittest, Sonny.
Kaimon mimes lighting a bowl.
You just get a toothy grin from Archie. That's all you get.
And in this world, marijuana doesn't exist, but a moss that looks very similar exists.
Call it marijuana.
So how are you feeling, Kaimon? Do you wanna rest, or what do you think?
Kaimon kind of shrugs. Like they're not, they're clearly still kind of worn out, but they just shrug. There's no commitment to either side.
I say, if we're worried, I can keep an eye on Daryl, make sure he doesn't try to leave town. Then I don't know if you guys want to try to get some rest, and I can, find you later. Or
Kaimon shakes their head. I don't sleep and watch the town.
Yeah, because you can track him, right, Archie?
I mean, I can track him, but did you just say you don't sleep, like at all?
Oh,
Kaimon nods their head at Prince Kiind. Neither does he.
Yeah, it's kind of like a normal.
Oh, right, yeah. I remember seeing the drow do that shit. It's weird. You just kind of sit there all still, right? Well, other people are dreaming. You're like meditating or some shit.
Yeah, we go into a trance, and it's more so like recalling our training, and we can recall a lot of, I guess, in a way, memories of things that happened before, just to refresh in a way.
Kaimon's looking a little bewildered at Kiind's description and just goes, I just philosophize.
Yeah, so
And
it's
write
really
poetry.
kind of. It's very poetry. At least that's what I do. So I don't know about everybody else.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't really remember my trading much when I go to sleep. I just kind of sleep. You know, occasionally I'll dream of something, but fantastical shit. I don't know. I've been through a lot. Your dreams start getting really fucking weird after a while. You just can't really stop it.
Probably all those mushrooms you've been eating over the years, man.
Oh, definitely has something to do with it. I mean, come on.
What is a dream?
What is a dream?
Yes! It's both philosophical and because Kaibon has no fucking idea.
Oh, he wouldn't. Oh, man.
Nope, literally no idea.
A dream is a land where your mind wanders as it is resting. Your body may be resting, but your mind is free. The only time it is truly free to explore the farthest reaches of imagination. And yet, you are limited by the facts that you cannot control it unless you learn to. And then, well, the world is yours for the taking.
Wow. Oh, so it's basically like reading.
Sure. Yes. It's like reading. But instead of reading awake, you're reading asleep. Sure.
Ah, I see.
And just you make your own story. It's as if you wrote all the books and then read all the books and then thought about the books.
Interesting.
Hi, roll me a wisdom check.
Check or save?
Just a check. It doesn't matter with yours anyway.
17.
You really want to experience a dream now.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Kaibon knows that they can't, but is still intrigued by this concept. Is probably going to spend some time thinking about it. If nothing else, just thinking about it from a full philosophical point of view.
Archie's still going. He's like,
What's really weird is when you can see yourself from the first person and the third person at the same time somehow.
That is so weird.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So you guys are going to move on, I'm guessing.
Yeah, do we want to...
yeah.
I mean, have we settled on going in and staking out the town?
I'm definitely going to trail Daryl no matter what, at least for a little while, before getting some rest.
And because we can keep an eye out. Thank God for that. But
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's really kind of like Archie's the only one who really's got to rest, technically. Well, we got to rest to get our spell slots, but I still have my cantrips as well, just in case.
I don't have spell slots.
Yeah, both your rests are also way faster. You only have to rest for 4 hours? Yeah.
Here's the technicality on elves, and this is something that I have to consistently remind people. Technically, your long rest is still 8 hours, but the trance is what you do instead of sleeping for 4 of those. It completely covers you having to sleep that period of time, and the rest of the time during that long rest can be spent doing light activity.
Light activity, yeah.
Yeah. So reading or,
Taekwondo. Yeah.
Well, hold on a minute.
Little thing.
I don't know about that one. Not even forgot.
What about walking?
I had a monk, or actually, there's a monk in another campaign that I'm in where, he's like, I meditate and I do Taekwondo in the mornings. Is that all right to spend the rest of my time outside of trance? And the DM's like, as long as you're not doing anything strenuous. He's like, nah, slow-mo karate.
That is actually a good point. DM,
It's not strenuous at all.
does walking count as light activity?
I'd say if you do choose to do that, you can easily get lost. So you would have to make a check for that. And you can be surprised very easily.
Yeah, you wouldn't be walking for distance. You'd be walking for I'm going to take a walk around the neighborhood or something.
Yeah, I'm going to
small.
vibe deep in this forest and just not think about things.
Just, guys, we haven't seen Kai for 30 days. What's going on?
Did he get some of your mushrooms, Archie?
He may have found some mushrooms in the woods. Roll up on Kai. He's deranged.
Kai's become a full hermit. Still looks the same, but looks at you and they've just got glassy eyes.
And scratching theories into the trees surrounding.
What is the dream?
What is the dream? How can I live this dream?
All right. So if you guys notice the cave system, I opened it up just for you to see the rest.
Ooh.
just for the hell of it.
Ooh. Oh, snap, that's big.
That's
Holy
Yeah, right?
crap.
That's huge.
That's
We did
massive.
almost check the whole area, didn't we?
We did most of it, though,
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
We just didn't do...
Bottom left and then
this
the
area
middle
here.
right. Yeah.
yeah, we,
We
didn't
also
do
didn't
any of this stuff.
do. I think we
There's-
didn't go in here.
Yeah, here.
No, you
yeah,
did not.
we didn't go there either.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, here or here. So we didn't discover any of these little secrets.
Yeah, but that's all
Yeah,
right.
then-
We got a lot of good
That's
shit.
fine.
Back
with me, yeah,
down
we-
here,
we
you
did
didn't
so
go
much.
anywhere here.
Oh, yeah, nowhere near here. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, we only went to about here.
Yeah, because
You
I
were
got
following the
kidnapped over here.
water when it
Yeah,
came
we were
down
following the
to
water.
it.
We never went left. We
Yeah.
never went this direction. Oh, that's funny. There were so many mushrooms in there. Holy moly.
Well, that's
So
where you
many
would have found a
dragons.
dragon egg, so. well.
It's honestly, I'm okay with it because we got a baby mimic. So I would
That
call
was
that
a joke, though.
That would be a better option than a dragon egg. Honestly,
Cannot-
like, it's,
Brett,
But there were magic items everywhere, but you guys got the good shit.
we got some good ones.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. We got the haversack and the haversack, and mimic
Haversack,
ring.
Mimic, Great Sword. Not even
Great
magic. It's just
sword.
awesome.
Crystal!
The
It may as well be magic.
I'm so excited.
It's a common magic item. The great sword you got. It's the great sword of smack talking.
It's the Great Sword of being just dope. That is the full name.
You are required to remind your DM how you acquired that great sword upon use. Every time you equip it, you have to remind your DM that you stole it from them from their
I wield
rat
my
with
ill-begotten
greatsword.
Great Sword.
Once per day, you can choose to make an NPC of your choice say that sword is dope.
Yes. Oh my god. Wait. Best common magic item ever.
No. The best common magic item is the cape where you use a bonus action to make it flow dramatically behind you. That is
the
my
cape of
favorite
billowing.
item. I love that fucking item.
We have had that. Yes.
Oh man.
There's
Heck
there's
yeah.
there's a new one which is I think it's like a jacket where if you get knocked unconscious, instead you are incapacitated, but you can keep talking. So you can be just overly dramatic as possible. And if you roll a natural one on your death saves, you instantly die, and you make like a dramatic sigh and just instantly die.
Jesus.
I love it so
Okay,
much.
so we're going to move on.
Yes.
So you guys start making your way. It is definitely dark. It is nighttime. You're going back the way you came, back to where you saw the giant goat.
Oh yeah.
The giant goat with the baby goats.
Baby goat.
And as you approach where they were, you notice they're still there. That's basically their nest. And they kind of freak out and run away.
Well,
Do we look different? Do we smell them?
Archie just starts smelling his pits. He's like, do we?
What?
And when you do that, you hear Trunk make a noise.
Oh.
Well, Kaiwan's kind of covered in spider blood and severed hand blood too. So maybe that's why.
You make a valid point. We probably don't want to talk to anybody like this. Maybe, yeah.
I immediately, because we haven't gone too far, I'm like,
There's like a little, pond with like a waterfall that we literally just walked across there. Maybe we can spruce ourselves up. Just like, I mean, I'm all for being covered in blood all day. I mean, what's to do?
Okay,
that?
and back on roll 20. That's that path where the goats were. There's a stream that goes down there. So there's water.
Oh, go to the stream.
Yeah, we can make a quick wash.
Hebon only wipes their face off and leaves the rest of them covered in gore.
Archie, do you want to partake?
what was that? Was that like
I
an
don't-
arrow?
I don't know.
What the shit?
A darling little wolf just bounded through the zone. He's like,
was that
"Sup, boys, I'm gone."
That was the goat checking everything out.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, "Hold
Just making sure. Yeah. So yeah, Archie's gonna.
Kind of also wash.
Get me some creek washing.
All right, so you guys wash up. Kai, you stay bloodied.
Not completely, but there's definitely like gore. I'm gonna make a goddamn statement.
Okay, so you all make your way back to town
Oh,
as the sun's coming up.
Oh, beautiful.
And who's the first one in the order?
Do we want me to lead just to be a very like instantly imposing figure, or do we want to have Archie lead? Archie or Kiind as a much more gentle face, and then I bring up the rear.
I mean, they did know that we were going to try to save the town. There were plenty of townspeople that knew that this was our goal, right? Did we tell anybody? I can't remember. I'm old as shit.
Gives like a shrug.
We kind of just ran off because over here the little girl had all those the baskets.
Zerk and Terrell knew what you were doing.
That's true. Yeah, okay, yeah. Some people knew what we were doing. Yeah, I say let's make a statement. Let's go for it. Kai, obviously you let that on yourself for some reason, so let's use it.
All right, Kai, give me a perception check.
Perception. This one. 4.
Okay, so as you enter town, you don't really see anybody out and about, and it's all you notice is some birds in the distance and the creek running, and that's about it.
Well, this is fucking anticlimactic. I don't think I was expecting fireworks or anything, but seriously, damn.
Ibon does sort of like lift themselves up to try and like look imposing, and moves at like a faster pace towards the bakery.
Okay, so you make your way towards the bakery. Do you walk in the bakery side or the tavern side?
Bakery side.
Okay, so bakery side. Right, you walk in?
But they will point for someone to take the tavern entrance.
I'll sneak around to the tavern side.
Okay, so Prince Kiind, who are you following?
I will go with Archie too, because this is where like my bed originally was.
Okay. All right, so let's start with Kai. You go into the bakery and you walk in. There is no one there.
I mean, I'm just going to start moving through and opening doors.
Okay. So you move through. You can open the door to the basically where you found that the barrels with the sweet water and the fruit and all of that. On that same table, you see the 3 bowls with the fruit still there, but the barrels are not.
Fucker. All right. I mean, I keep going. I'm moving to the next area. I'm searching high and low for this son of a bitch.
Okay, so you move into the tavern area, which is right in here, where basically the whole triage was. All the beds are there. All the tables are kind of pushed together still. And at this point, Archie and Prince Kiind, do you want to walk in or look through the window?
Archie definitely tries to look through the window first.
Okay, you just see one person in a bed. There's nobody else in any of the other beds, and you recognize it as Daryl.
Ah, shit.
Okay,
Have we seen anyone else at all?
You have not, Kai, but Prince Kiind and Archie, do you go inside?
I will, as stealthily as possible, slip into the door and just try to be, even though I don't see anybody, I'm still being as wary as possible.
We haven't seen a single person in our entire time in this town.
Well, to be fair, you came in very early in the morning.
Right.
And it's kind of on the...
Yeah, it's like
again. It's not directly in the middle of town. It's towards the back middle of town.
Sorry,
So
I
you
thought
didn't
this
see
shit was
anybody out and
fully
about.
abandoned. I
Oh,
thought
okay.
not a single living creature was here, and I was like, this is the biggest and
Oh,
most
shit.
dangerous trap.
we did only check one building out of like 20
Still.
over there.
All right, so Archie, you sneak in and
Yeah.
you notice that in the corner next to the bed where Daryl is Terrell asleep in a chair.
Daryl and Terrell. Okay. I'm going to quietly sit on the bed next to them. Not say anything. Just gonna sit there and observe.
Okay, Prince Kiind?
I would like to look for the innkeeper, the bird. Oh, he's not a bird, but
Aarakocra, Zerk.
yeah, sorry, yeah.
Okay,
That's
so you
that's
look around the tavern and you do not see Zerk anywhere.
No, she's there anywhere. Wow. And Daryl's in my bed, right? We're the one that I
No,
was-
he's actually over in the farthest one to the left, the corner right
Oh, this
there.
one. Okay. Okay.
Your bed still has that pillow underneath it to make it look like someone's
All
there.
right. Yeah.
Been like a day, and they still never moved it. They were just like, okay, this fucker.
Is the food still there? The what's her face?
Oh
left?
yeah, that delicious plate of food is
Yeah.
still there, but it looks pretty cold and withered, especially the very appetizing looking green salad that was there.
My stomach starts to growl as I look at it.
So we're looking at about like 4 hours or so since we left, and we
Oh
left.
no, it's been almost a day.
Oh shit! It's been that long. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's been like at least half a day, more than that.
Okay.
Because you left towards like early mid afternoon, made it to the
right. Okay. I
made
thought we
it to
left
the
later
cave,
today.
and then pretty much spent the night in there, and then made your way
Right,
back.
okay. Yeah, I forgot. And travel time was pretty long too. Okay. So okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take at least one bite of something because it shouldn't be too spoiled at least.
Oh heck no, you're still good.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna eat some of that.
It's just slightly less satisfying.
Yeah, because can that recharge my health?
No.
Technically
Oh,
not, but I just thought about that, and you get 1 health point from it.
Hey,
That's a damn good meal.
bringing it back.
Cool. So now I'm at 12. All right.
Okay, Kai, you hear from the other side of the tavern, the door open, and a couple of people walk through. Well, actually, one person walk through because Archie is stealthy.
Kaibon sort of like rounds past the tables and sort of like looks to see, if the other two are there.
Yeah, you definitely see them. Prince Kiind is over at the bed he was in previously, chowing down on some food, and Archie is sitting into the bed next to Daryl, and then Terrell's in the corner in a chair sleeping.
What about the people that were sick?
There's no one else in the beds.
Yeah, all the people I healed are gone.
Yeah, all those people were already gone, but then there was more people that came through, but they are all gone.
Yeah, that's not good. I'm going to... I see that they have Daryl in hand, so I'm going to make my way upstairs.
Okay. All right, so you make your way
See
upstairs.
if I can find Zerk.
All right, you search all the rooms, and Zerk is not in this building.
And you said 2 people just walked in, right?
It was you two.
Yeah, it was you two.
Okay, I got you. Wow, this place is pretty empty. What do you think?
I mean, isn't that a good thing? Like, this is fucking triage. Like, should be empty if it's good.
Yeah.
Comes back to fucking eating. Comes back downstairs. And there's this door over here.
Yes, that goes out into the village. There's 2 doors into the tavern. That one, and then the one that Archie came through.
Okay. Well, Kaibon, comes downstairs and makes their way across to the other two. Just shakes their head. I don't find them.
You don't know there's no way upstairs either?
No.
That's crazy.
Do we want to wake this one up from his slumber, or do we want to wait?
Kaibon's gonna walk over and just give shake Daryl's shoulder. Not like super aggressively, but very much like a hey.
Give me an intimidation check with advantage because you're covered in gore.
I'm covered in gore!
You just say there, hey, you, hey, hey.
Ooh, what's my charisma? 0. Oh! So that is a total of 18.
All right, so Daryl wakes up in a start, looks up at you, and then he's just frozen. What?
Kai gets down
What happened?
real close and just quietly says, "Get in." How did you get in?
What?
You heard him.
Ow.
How'd you get in?
Grabs by the shirt and starts lifting them bodily up. Did you get in?
Okay, so Terrell wakes up at that point and looks at you in a start. What are you doing? And starts to kind of hit you on the arm that's raising up Daryl.
Completely ignoring.
I make a motion to Terrell, and I have one of my short swords in my lap, and I just look at him and I just shake my head.
What are you talking about? What?
And I just put one hand up to with the palm facing towards him in a stopping gesture. And I just place it back on my short sword and I just stay silent.
Okay, Terrell stops. And Daryl is just in shock. What? What do you want? Who are you?
The waterfall, Daryl. How did you get in to the waterfall?
I explored there. I was looking for something, and I found something else. But
Shadow spiders.
like, who
Shadow
are you?
rats.
And it looks over at Kai.
Spiders, shadow rats.
What? Spiders? What are you talking
With
about?
this, I don't fucking believe him. Can I insight check his bitch ass?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I make an insight check too?
Yeah,
Yeah, all three of you make an insight.
nobody believes him.
Total 16.
Okay.
Got an 8.
Insight. Ooh, that's not bad. 18 for me.
Okay. Prince Kiind. Oh yeah, you definitely think he's truthful. And Kai and Archie, you too actually believe him.
I'm gonna smell his fucking breath.
That's a good idea.
I pull him close.
So his breath is. Let me think about this for a second. Aftermath. His breath is still kind of sweet.
How did you survive, Daryl?
How close are you to them, Archie?
I mean, I think we're like within 5 feet because like you were sitting on his bed and I picked him up off of his bed.
Yeah, so I'm sitting on the next bed over. Yeah. So if he's in this one, right?
Yeah, if he's in this
bed,
yeah.
And if Terry was in this corner, I'm sitting here on this bed.
And I'm right here.
Okay. Go ahead and Kai, give me one more perception check with advantage.
Perception with advantage?
Yeah, you know what you're smelling for.
Good. Even with advantage, that's only an 11.
Yeah, well, you notice that the sweetness isn't as sweet as the, freshly sick people before, or the spider that you smelt before.
Paibon sets them down, looks to Archie. Oh no, watches aren't a thing. I can't fucking tap my wrist. And says, "Is the infection time-based?"
I mean, it seemed to be fairly soon after a lot of the people ingested those. So I don't know if it has a staying effect, but...
Daryl says, Are you talking about the sickness? Why everybody got sick?
Yes. What else would we be talking about at this point, Daryl?
Well, I just woke up and then this person picked me up.
Get it together, man. We're trying to help you.
Doesn't look like it. I know who you are. You help me. Who's that?
Oh, sorry. This is my
and
friend.
who's that?
This is my other friend.
Yo.
They helped me survive that fucking hellscape of the waterfall place because we tried to go in there and investigate, and it turns out not great. I mean, partially great. I mean, we met some friends, but still. I digress.
Did you find it?
Yes, we found it. We found it the same fucking place that you got your damn barrels.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, so you found the water?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay.
We found the water. How did you get to that water, sir?
Well, Zerk and I just walked in.
You literally just walked in.
Yeah, we looked around. We were looking for the hidden treasure. It's a funny story. Well, it's not a funny story, but there were some gentlemen that were in here that were talking about this treasure that they stole a long time ago and then hid it in this cave, and they were going back to get it. And I was looking for that because they were drunk and they passed out. So I wanted to go in the cave. So Zerk came with me, and we found that spring. We just smelt it, and we just knew it was something special.
Yeah, I highly advise you don't go there anymore. Turns out, lots of dangerous things in there. Also, you made a bad call. I'm sorry. Just plain and simple, you made a bad call. It wasn't your fault. You didn't know better, but learn from your mistakes, sir.
Well, I know that water's not good. It made everybody sick. It made me sick.
Oh, just consider yourself lucky. It could have been far, far worse.
Well, I'm glad none of you ate anything. Jeez.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, pastry was damn good, but, luckily I didn't suffer any after effects.
Can I look at Terrell and Daryl's hands? Is there any blood underneath the fingertips? Underneath the nails?
Perception check.
Because there was a body torn apart in there, and spiders don't do that. Spiders don't tear apart bodies, kobolds don't have the physical strength enough to do that, and neither do the giant rats, or the little rats. That's like body being ripped limb from limb kind of shit.
I forgot if we saw a big footstep next to those as well. Like a footprint.
We did. Right, and that's why I'm like, now hold on a goddamn minute, or one of you a fucking werewolf.
There was just regular footprints next to that. Actually.
Oh, just regular
Okay.
footprints. Oh,
You said
even
big.
fucking worse somehow.
Exactly.
I don't like that answer.
Like it could have been the person
Perception.
that stole them. Total 12. I'm not rolling real well on these.
Well, truthfully, you look at their hands, you glance down, you don't see any blood or anything under their fingernails. They look pretty clean.
Right.
Well, as clean as Baker's hands are.
Which makes sense. I look to Terrell and I ask, where are the barrels?
The barrels from the back? I don't know. I haven't looked. Aren't they back there?
Who has gone in the room?
Well, the only person that could have was Zerk.
Ah, shit.
Where is Zerk?
I don't know. I fell asleep and I don't know. You showed up and you're threatening Daryl and I don't know. What happened?
Fuck! Well, okay. Kaimon doesn't say that shit, but there's clearly an expression of annoyance. I mean, Kaimon's gonna wheel around and it's gonna like make their way out the door because fuck, I gotta find them. Because if this is a time-based infection, this is me spitballing my information out here. If it's a time-based infection, then if you don't get sick, then it's likely that you have been possessed by this entity because it's intelligent enough. This, whatever the fuck was in that thing, which I assume was some sort of like object, that object had a sentience enough to hide the creatures that it had possessed already, to allow Daryl and Terrell entrance in to barrel the liquid and pass that infection along, which means
100%.
that is also probably, if it has infected anyone, it's probably infected Zerk.
It's definitely possible. At this point, it's rather likely that he is.
That was a very big game of charades from Kai. Because Kai would never
Okay,
speak that
4
much,
words,
but I talk a lot.
3 syllables each. Shit.
I don't know.
Prince
If there's
Kiind,
if there's
you
sign
got
language,
everything from that game of charades there. You know exactly what Kai was saying.
I mean, if there's sign language, then Kai would know it and would be using that. But or if that's a thing here in the realms.
So what exactly did I understand?
Essentially,
The-
Zerk is probably infected with whatever was
Okay.
infecting the shadow, the other animals, and it's smart enough to hide the animals to allow Daryl and Terrell to enter the area.
It was
Um,
Daryl and Zerk that went.
It
in
was Daryl and Zerk that went in there?
Oh,
Yep.
shit.
Fuck, it was Zerk the whole time.
He's been infected
we gotta
since
find
the
Zerk.
beginning.
God fucking damn it.
Oh wow.
We gotta
The
find Zerk.
conspiracy's unraveling.
Spotted! I thought it was Daryl and Terrell that went in there.
Nope, Daryl and Zerk. So Terrell's what do you mean? What Zerk, what do you think happened?
Where is Zerk?
I don't know.
When was the last
Daryl
time
said,
you
where
seen him?
where is Zerk?
Zerk's
Zerk
not.
should be here.
I just shakes their
There's
head as
no
they're
way
walking
Zerk
out
wouldn't
the
be here
building.
if I was sick. There's no way. And Zerk tried the water just like me.
Yeah, what do you fucking think happened with that?
Well, it was delicious. And everybody got sick, so something not good.
Yeah, turns out water's not, this particular water, not good.
Yeah, I was always warned about that cave, but that cave has nothing in it. There's no creatures, there was just that water.
You didn't get attacked by spiders and rats and shit?
No?
Well, lucky you, fucker.
I just walk away.
Archie, do you
Daryl
think
looks
you can?
down and sees a mushroom hanging out of your pack.
Kaimon is just like wandering, is like looking, like running around searching for Zerk.
Archie, do you think you can track Zerk?
I might. Yeah, I
He
can.
brought his plate of food out.
I can try. I'm not a fucking dog. I can't smell his food and try to find it. Jeez.
I mean, I don't know how you track. I don't know. I'm
Give me
not a
some
tracker.
goddamn credit here. I mean, okay, well,
Bloodhound.
the man has talents. I don't think it'll be that hard to fucking find his footprints, right? Oh wait, he's
Yeah.
wearing boots. Shit.
But
his feathers, though.
why are you looking for Zerk? What did Zerk do?
There's a lot of stuff that you don't understand about what's going on, and that's probably for the best. I don't want to scare you.
What does this have to do with people being sick?
Well, let's just hope the people are not sick anymore.
Well, they're not. Actually, They recovered.
That's wonderful
Well,
news.
mostly thanks to your friend here. Points to Prince Kiind. You're a hero.
No, I'm not a hero or anything. I just no. But
Looks over at Kai. Yeah, unlike you.
Kai just like looks down at Daryl with these eyes of like, I could not give less of a shit about you or anything that you possibly say to me. You are literally less than a child to me.
Daryl says, okay, so if you're looking for Zerk, the last thing that Zerk told me was that they were gonna go send a letter at the post, and then I went to bed. I stayed near Daryl.
Kai waves for the other two to follow them.
And Daryl stops Prince Kiind. Hey, the great healer wanted to see you, so don't leave before you see him. Okay?
All right. Yeah. Okay. I promised that I would. All right. Yeah.
Okay. So he's in the front of town, to the cabin to the right. If you're coming into town, okay?
All right.
Daryl goes back to the chair and puts a blanket back over Daryl. Daryl just looks very weak.
I'm just gonna make for the post office at this point, because if Zerk was heading there, then I mean, I can cut him off.
From what Daryl told you, that was well before Daryl went to bed, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's the last place that we know that they were, so we can follow that at least.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, what are you all doing? Going to the post?
Yeah.
Before we leave, I'm going to stand at the head of, or right next to Daryl's face, basically. Stand at the head of his bed, and I'll peer at him, knowing that he's very weak, and I'll say,
We believe you, for now. But if we find out that you are responsible for so much suffering, for any will except for your own dumbassery, we will be back. Pray that we don't need to.
He looks at you straight in the eyes. Of course I'm responsible. I brought this to the town.
Oh, God,
I'm responsible for everything.
A man that feels remorse is a man that may just be worth trusting. Feel better.
I'll tuck him in. I'll kind of pull the blanket up and stuff it around a little bit.
He gets pretty stiff when you do that.
Your dad's just scolded you for being stupid.
Yeah, literally. Jesus.
Okay, so you guys make your way over to the post?
Yeah.
Okay, you walk in and it's pretty early morning. The sun's just coming up. The door is unlocked and there is somebody in there. It is a small dwarf, female, and she looks up at Archie. Oh, hey, handsome. How are you?
Hey, what's cooking good looking?
I just give her a little wink.
Like, oh my. Am I interrupting?
So yeah, I lean against the counter, not the top of the counter because I can't reach the side of the counter. And I say, so, you seen Zerk lately?
Well, I did earlier. It was late last night. Yeah, Zerk was sending some out. It's not, abnormal. Zerk sends stuff out all the time, a very social person. Hey, here you go. And this dwarf walks around the counter, opens up a little tiny door, a half door, and then sets a little step stool up so you can get on top of the counter, and then moves another step stool on the other side of the counter to get face to face with you.
Oh, bless my eyes. You are a handy one, aren't you?
Oh, you learn a few tricks here and there, especially when it comes to, handsome folk like you, and you want them to be close.
I couldn't agree more.
You think I'm handsome?
Oh, you're the handsomest woman I've ever seen. That's a compliment where I come from.
She blushes.
Back out of the room. I was like, I'm not gonna interrupt this. I'm out. I'm gonna scare her off. I need a wingman. I gotta leave.
So I take my pointer finger and I just draw little circles on the countertop and I say,
You sure you didn't look more agitated or anything than usual?
Zerk's been acting a little weird, but Zerk is weird.
You know what? You're right. Zerk is weird. Not like you.
I just give her a little bat of the eyelashes. Real
She
quick.
blushes again.
Oh my god!
Why are you looking for Zerk?
Oh,
I'm
no
right here.
reason. We're just paying him a little. You know, just making sure he's all right. Like you said, he's been acting strangely lately. And we were talking to Daryl, and he was just concerned. That's all. So just checking in on his friend.
So the dwarf woman looks up at you. They are very close to Daryl, so Daryl would know where Zerk went.
Oh, yes. You would think that Daryl would know what's that went. But apparently Daryl's been half asleep in a fucking coma for the last day and a half. So,
Well, as of most of the town.
right. Yeah, I heard Mr. Big Shot Hero over here saved half the town, huh?
Over at
Ooh, she
Prince
looks
Kiind.
over at Prince Kiind. What's your name? What's your name?
I'm Kiind, Moongren.
Come here, and waves you over.
Hello.
Slaps a gold piece into your hand. Thank you so much. You saved my sister.
Oh, yeah.
I owe you everything.
Well, I'm glad she's doing okay. Thank you.
If you need anything, you let me know.
Thank you so much. Actually, yeah, if you could help us out, maybe.
Okay, what do you need?
Well, we've been looking for Zerk, and well, I guess you don't know where he is, do you?
No, I can ask around. I just saw Zerk last night. Send a letter out.
Right, to the post office.
Well, this is the post office.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Where did they send the letter?
I would say, do you know where he sent the letter?
Well, where they always do, at Atulia. Okay, Kiind and Kai. That is Elvish for welcome. And you have all heard of it. It is a giant city, probably the biggest city in the entire land.
Fuck.
What city?
Oh,
Atulia.
And
Atulia.
Atulia, how far is Atulia from here? Do you know?
Probably about 3-4 days, depends how fast you go.
You wouldn't happen to, sorry to ask, but you wouldn't happen to have maybe a carriage or a caravan or something that could get us there faster? Since
Oh no. There is a carriage that comes, but it's about once a week, and it just came yesterday. You'd have to wait a while, but Daryl's the one that has the carriages and the horses.
Oh, I'm sure we can talk to Daryl, make some sort of arrangement.
Thank you. You've been more than helpful. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you, and looks you deep into the eyes and grabs your hand.
You're welcome. He has a awkward smile because it makes him feel good, but he doesn't like the tension.
I pat him on the leg and I say,
Yeah, it's okay, kid. I can take it from here. Go talk with Kai. I think you both earned a good rest. I think before we try to move on, we'll get a good night's sleep. Or sorry, trance.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna try to dream.
Yeah, I'll meet you there. I have some unfinished business to take care of.
All right. So yeah, I try to take a rest.
Okay, so you meet Kai outside.
Yeah, when Kiind comes outside, I'm gonna take him by the shoulder and lead him towards the tavern inn. I know what's happening, and I just move.
Okay, Archie, as Kiind leaves, the dwarven woman goes down her step stool and walks around the counter, goes to the front door, locks it, and pulls the shades.
I just look at her and I say,
You have thanked my young friend, but I think it's time I thank you properly.
Oh me, oh my, oh my, oh me.
Okay, so
Kiind
we
totally
don't make
missed
this.
that.
So we don't make this awkward. I'm not gonna go into sex mechanics. But I am gonna give you a performance or deception. Can you fake it or can you really do it?
That's amazing. Oh my god.
Damn.
Okay, I'm 100% using my Scanlan short haul die for this one.
Yes, you got it.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go for performance. I'm gonna actually go for it here.
Champion.
All right, come on, baby. With a -1, we're looking at. Oh my god.
It's not too terrible. That's a 16.
That's pretty fucking good, my guy.
Threw down.
Okay,
in there.
so let's say an hour and a half later, you walk out. You walk out of the post, and then as you're leaving, the dwarven woman winks at you and smiles, and you could tell she was very satisfied.
I give her a little wink and I blow her a kiss as I'm walking out. Just holding my traveler's cloak on my shoulder as I leave. Still got my pack full of bones and all the trinkets and just.
I love Wastelander scavenger who just fucks. Looks at tiny Svirfneblin. That guy, he fucks.
Yeah. Turns out Archie, -1 in charisma, but +10 in seduction.
Now try that with the Dragonborn. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, right.
Are you saying you wouldn't? It sounds like cowards talk.
Archie has made his way through many lands, let's say.
Okay, Archie, do you go back to the inn?
I do, yeah. I go back and I am tuckered out. I go into a bed and I pass out as soon as my head hits the pillow.
I do clean myself off before I hit trance. I do thoroughly wash myself down in the bakery back room.
Yeah.
Or the wash basin area. I don't know what
when
it
you
is.
come back in with Prince Kiind, Daryl actually wakes up and comes up to you and says, I heard you've been trying to help and thank you. And then gives you a key to one of the back rooms so you can clean up.
Oh.
Ibon twirls the key in their fingers,
nice.
looks to Daryl and just sort of nods their head in thanks before heading back and getting a clean.
Yeah, Kiind is going to try to take a proper bath. And during this time, I'd like to wander around to see if I can find some materials as well. Maybe some extra food or something I would take with us to help heal the party.
Well, you definitely find little snacks here and there from them trying to help out everybody for over a day. So you can definitely take some food if you'd like.
Okay.
As for healing stuff, not so much. It's just a tavern.
Okay. Well, then I'll take some I'll take some flasks or like cups or things if I can and put them in my bag. And
So there's some empty glass bottles
I'll
that
take
they use for water.
Yeah, I'll take the empty glass bottles and empty vials and stuff and keep them in.
Okay. So let's add 3 glass bottles and 2 vials.
And with that, since there's nothing around here, that'll be the next thing is he'll try to figure out how to eventually make something.
Okay. So you all are going to rest?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and click long rest.
Archie's used to sleeping in pretty poor conditions, like literally in like spiders' webs or like animal nests. So the fact that he has a cot, he does not mind being just completely coated in all sorts of blood and nastiness. So
Oh, yeah, one question too. How much gold did she give me?
Just 1 piece of gold.
1 piece? Okay.
oh yeah, did we tell you what we found and put in the bag?
You didn't tell him how much.
I don't.
You didn't tell him how
no,
much.
we just told. So we found gold in the cave and we put it in our haversack because it was a little too much for one of us to carry.
I mean, I could have carried it.
You put, yeah, no, definitely. You
I
could
mean, it
carry
would have been really fucking jangly and shit, but like I could have
Yes.
carried it. But
In a rather
less
large bag.
it'd be that haversack.
Yep. So you want to you can break the news to him how much gold we have.
400 total.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
Kaimon has truly no experience with handling money ever. And that's not a euphemism. Like it was bartering. It was all like by necessity you would trade things and there was no monetary system where they came from. So the little experience they've had with money is the time they've been traveling around Faerun, or this land pretty passively.
We have plenty of money.
But there was a caveat that Andrew mentioned when we got that money, Kiind, which is the stuff in this world will be rather expensive. So like staying at a tavern, instead of being like, oh, it's going to be like a few silver pieces, like it'll just be like a gold or two. So
Okay.
yeah, so silver and copper are widely less used, so gold is going to be at a more inflated rate. But
it'll make it easier that way.
Okay.
yeah, it really does help to make everything easier. Instead of having to do like intervals of 10 and like 100, you're just worrying about like, oh yeah, you have this many gold. Because magic items get very expensive very quickly. Like magic items can get easily, up to 1,000 golds pretty quickly. Like
they've got some meat behind them.
yes, like they can be game breaking, so that's why they're so expensive. Like they're not supposed to be easy to obtain. So that's why you usually find them in dungeons rather than buying them in stores. Yeah, but you can get some cool shit. Like, yeah, I feel like a good chunk of that money is going to go towards like healing potions.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So what 133 each, everyone?
Probably what's going to happen is that we'll each get 100, and then we'll just have like a group 100 slot that we can all kind of pull from. So if like somebody is short on something, we'll go, oh yeah, no, just pull from the group. Cool.
Sounds good.
On a previous campaign, when somebody did that and said that this much gold goes to the party fund, my character was so stupid that thought it was actually for a party.
Oh, that's so good. I love it.
Kept saying beach party.
Yeah, he's just like, guys, let's put it on the party fund. We're saving up. Oh my god, that's amazing. Yeah, so that would be to buy like a group magic item or something, an item for the group. And that kind of money can pile up pretty quickly. So it makes just a fun opportunity to get something cool for the party instead of just one of us individually.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you guys want, I can just hold on to the money in general, and then you guys
think that's a good idea. We can mark in our thing that we have that much gold, but I think it's better that. So we'll just add an extra 100 to our inventories, but I think in general it's good for you to carry it. So we'll just always know that our money's in that haversack. If anything happens to that haversack, we lose that money.
Correct.
Kai, why don't you go ahead and in notes just put the extra amount that's going to be for the party fund since you're holding on to it.
Yep, you get to keep track of that because you are holding the bag.
All right, so let's move on. You guys take a long rest. Kai, you're in your own room. Kiind, you are as well. Archie, you just plopped on one of those cots in the main tavern. So, Prince Kiind, you wake up and you hear a knock at your door.
One second. He scrambles around and make sure he looks okay and presentable and goes to the door. Yes, hi.
You open it up. You see a satyr with long white hair. Doesn't look too old, more like mid to 3/4 life. Looks very strong, wearing a cloak, and looks at you. Are you the healer I was told about?
I guess sure. Yeah, I think so.
Hi.
Oh, are you're the great healer?
Oh, don't do that. Everybody does that. My name is Dandar. I might be a healer, but heal a couple people and they think you're a god.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, right? I heard that you performed quite the feat the other night.
Yeah, I tried to, but it took a lot out of me though, unfortunately. And it may unfortunately take a lot out of them later, but anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that. I've been doing this a long time and I was not able to heal any of them. I was out looking, just trying to look for herbs and anything to help. And then came back and everybody was healed and you were passed out. I've never seen that. Did you get hurt from healing?
Yeah, I did. I actually thought I was gonna die. I was actually kind of sort of hoping I would in a way, as morbid as that sounds, but it's part of, I guess, where I'm from, my tribe. It's Maker's Light is what my healing is about, and it's a form of equivalent exchange in a way. I have to take on the damage and the curses, and I in turn bless them with my healthiness, if that makes sense.
I've never heard of that from a healer. I have come across that with people who steal the life from others. But is this your entire tribe? Is that how this Maker's Light works?
Well, no, not exactly. I'm actually, I'm more so of a defect, I guess. And it's not supposed to work that way. And I'm not sure why the Maker has not blessed me with the same healing abilities as everyone else. But a lot of people consider me part of Breaker's tribe. And I'm not a Breaker, though. I've never worshipped the Breaker. But for some reason, I seem to be cursed with Breaker's Light, apparently.
I think you should come with me. Let's go to my office. I want to see something.
Okay.
So he goes out the door, you follow him. He goes a few buildings down, goes into a very small house. You walk in, it's just one room with a makeshift desk and a small stool. And then it's got a couple other rooms. You could tell that he lives there. And there's bookshelves and trunks and trinkets everywhere. This place is just cluttered. And he digs around in one of the trunks and comes up with a amulet. It looks completely dark. It's in the shape of a heart and it's connected to a chain. And he hands it to you. Here, I want to study your magic more, but I think this might help. And he hands it to you.
What is it?
Well, I've used this sort of stone before to kind of hold on to healing magic so you can use it later. But you can use it the other way. This particular one is to hold in, others' damage. I think this might help you.
This is kind of like oh my goodness. So this could help. Because the problem is I've every time I heal, I take on their damage, but when I'm healed, they take on my damage, and I don't know how to reverse it. So the only way I can think to stop it is to do something against Maker's will. So I tried to...
No, don't get too excited. This will help, but it's not a cure. It'll take on some. It's only a little trinket, but I really hope it helps. But I definitely want to look into this, and you're fascinating. I don't know how you were able to help them, and I want to know.
Well, thank you. This even just this alone, it may not be a cure, but this is I've never even heard of anything like this. So thank you so much. I don't know why I'm cursed the way that I am. I don't know, but I want to help, but I feel like I can't sometimes, But this might be able to help me.
I know that you want to help. This is what you're born to do. So let's figure this out. I want you to keep in contact with me. Here's my Raven's number.
Thank you so much. I will. How do I use it exactly?
Oh, you just grab a Raven and type in the number and it'll come straight to me.
So
Grab a Raven and type in the number.
I know.
It's so good. Oh my God.
I'm like wondering how this was gonna fucking work.
I literally unmuted myself just so I could say that. Sorry, I'm going back.
I meant the heart though. How's the heart work?
Oh man.
I
Okay.
figured that's what you meant, but that was such a better answer than I was expecting. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, the Raven. Yeah.
So, just here, put it on.
Kiind puts the amulet around his neck.
So as you put it around your neck, your lantern begins to glow. And you can tell that this is connected to you now. And you feel a slight surge of power. And that is how you get to level 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this feels amazing. Thank you so much.
Now keep in touch. And I went over to the post and Yolanda was very happy for some. She's never happy. She's kind of always, very dark, and whatever happened, I'm glad it happened. I want it to happen more, but she was very happy. She was looking for Zerk, and she wanted information, and I saw Zerk take off in one of the wagons, earlier last night. And
Last night.
probably going to Alatulia. Well, 2 nights ago. Sorry, not last night. The night before.
Yeah, that's where I need to find him quickly. And I think she was happy because I saved her sister. She was like overly joyed. So that made me feel really good.
That makes a lot of sense. Family's everything to her.
Yeah, man, exactly. I know what you mean.
Keep my shit together.
It's really hard, man.
I'm just really glad I can help her.
Family comes first.
God damn it.
But I should.
Okay, well, before you go, you should talk to Daryl. His old partner lives there, and that's why they go there. They trade. So you might want to go talk to him because he would know where Zerk would go. And it's quite strange. I see Zerk go all the time, and it's usually with just, basic stuff. But there was 2 big barrels in the back of that freaking carriage. I don't know what that was about.
2 big barrels?
Yeah.
Did it smell kind of sweet-ish?
Well, if I had super, smelling, I might be able to smell what's in a barrel from really far away, but I don't.
Yeah.
I wish I could. Do you have a smell for that?
No, that was a stupid question. Sorry. I'm thinking about something else. But thank you. Thank you so much.
He just goes into the other room. Now, the way the amulet's going to work is when you heal, you take that damage, but that damage goes into the amulet. And if you get hit on an attack, you can direct that to somebody else. And this amulet is at 1 hit point right now. It will absorb 1 hit point.
So it can act as like retaliatory damage to somebody who attacks them?
Correct.
Oh, that's cool.
That's really cool.
So let's say you heal a slice on the leg. It goes into that amulet. First, it hurts you. Then it goes into the amulet. Then you can redirect it. And that person will have a slice on their leg.
That was so cool.
Yeah, it's perfect because usually when I heal people, I absorb their damage, but then if I get hit, they absorb my damage, and that's the problem. That I don't know how to reverse it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This will help so many people and keep other people from being hurt because of my actions. Thank you, great healer. I really appreciate this.
He turns around and comes up to you and gives you a little leather bag. Says, "There's someone that you helped last night that said that thank you, and you need this more than anybody. That they can never repay you, even with this." And it is that same leather sack that you swiped from that gentleman, and then you healed.
Yeah. Wow. The pouch. Yeah, I stole this originally because, if I do a bad deed, the maker won't bless me and I can't heal. I can only heal if I'm doing good deeds. So I tried to do something bad so I wouldn't be put in a situation where I would. Anyway, thank you. Wow. I accept this humbly. I appreciate it.
And there's, we'll say there's just 5 gold in there.
Rolling.
Rolling in the gold.
Go, yeah, baby.